actually buying it. Because this article is 40 minutes old. 20 minutes old, actually. When did he say he's not doing it? It must have been within the last 5 seconds. According to Bloomberg, and this one's an hour, so it's a little older. According to Bloomberg, on their phones, and I think it's only like higher-ranking military personnel, I'm already forgetting. But they do this every couple of years, and the same points are always regurgitated about how it's Chinese spyware and they're collecting all of your data, which they probably are. So is Google, and Google's selling it to China. Like, everything is doing that. That's not exactly the eyebrow-raising thing that that the government thinks it is. People know that and just don't give a fuck. We lost that privacy war years ago when people actually stopped caring, which is sad. It's sad, but it is what it is. But the thing with TikTok is they really don't like that they don't get that invaluable data currency. It just immediately gets harvested without an American company getting their finger in the pie. Thanks for your sub, Hannah, and Tiefling, and Poopy. Thanks, Whisperer. Yeah, it's fair, Lucas. Most anticipated game for me this year is GTA 6, obviously. Thanks for membership, Steve. Did he get unbanned there, Gojira? I didn't see that. Thanks for your sub, ATC. What side are you on for the ban? Are you hoping it passes? I'm super conflicted because I hate censorship. But I think there is a very legitimate argument to make that TikTok is a net negative to the mental health of every fucking person in society. It is, and this word gets used so loosey-goosey, but it is actually rotting people's ability to focus. Like, it is actually making it impossible for young people to pay attention for any length of time. I have a cousin, and he's one of my only cousins I see because he is part of, like, my immediate family. I'm not close with, like, most of my extended family, but my cousin is part of my immediate family. He's 8. And every, like, Thanksgiving and Christmas, him and his family come over, and I shit you not, he cannot sit still, and I don't blame him, I really don't, but he cannot sit still. He has to be actively playing a game and watching something at the same time. Like, he can't just do one or the other anymore. And I feel like that's the norm for a lot of kids now. That's a parenting fault? No, his parents are absolutely great. They do the best they possibly can, but when you have, like, he gets access to an iPad to play his game, but he can't, like, focus on the game entirely because he also wants to have something else going at the same time. Because that's just, it gets conditioned in their brain. It's a prime quack. Don't give him the iPad. I mean, that's like the nuclear solution if you want. Just cut him off from technology entirely. But they monitor him when he's on the iPad. The problem is he just cannot focus on just a single thing anymore. You could just be like, yep, we're just going to take everything away. Which historically always works really well when you restrict a kid's access to things like, no sugar, ever. In this household, you will never have sugar. And then they turn out to be a fucking sugar fiend at some point when they finally get that freedom to do so. I don't know if TikTok's going to be bought. We can look into it. I know Elon was posturing that he's going to buy it. I know, I think it's Kevin O'Leary was saying he's going to buy it. I would be shocked if it gets bought. But we can see if there's any, like, weight behind it. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at Kevin O'Leary first. You think so, Blockness? I don't think so. They do this every year. Where's the latest on Kevin O'Leary's TikTok position? I want a real source. Okay, here. Looks like this is a real one. Thanks for resub, Freeze. Oh my god, I hate these websites! Someone needs to buy all of these mainstream journalist websites and just burn them to the fucking ground. Jesus! I'm not gonna subscribe for $1 a month to read fucking 2 paragraphs. I appreciate that, Fire. Nier is definitely in my top 3 OSTs of all time, and I'd have to think on the other 2. It's not hard to see that, Joel. There is data to back it up. That's just the only, like, anecdotal example I have for it. Thanks for your sub, George. I want to see his offer. Okay. Oh, wait, here we go. I still don't think it's going to get banned. Like I said, we do this song and dance, like, every year. I still don't think it's going to get banned, even though all signs kind of point to that happening. But we'll see. We'll see. It's next week. So Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank says he's willing to pay up to $20 billion for TikTok, calling it a legacy opportunity. He's teaming up with a consortium of business professionals like Frank McCourt Jr. Don't know who that goofball is. And I guess they just want to make the big purchase on it. Because the thing is, they're not going to ban it if it's owned outside of China. So that's the deal, I guess. I don't think they're gonna get it for 20 billion. Yeah, we watched that direct, Darwin. Is he resubsidized? You hear Google's gonna start tracking people with their fingerprint unlocks? They track people in every which way, so that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I gotta turn the claw machine on. Do you think the claim TikTok's a security threat? Claim the data will be misused for disinfo and it doesn't exist on other platforms? That's just a cope. Again, it's all about money. Every US company, every tech company in America is selling your data to China anyway. The big problem here is they don't get this money. It goes right to China without them being able to sell it to them. That's what they don't like. I did see that, Flab, at least a clip of that. I did that on stream a couple weeks ago, Anis. O'Leary argued a divestiture would be best in ByteDance's best interest, as a ban would erase about 30 to 40 billion worth of value. He's really shooting low. I think TikTok's probably worth more than that. Any take that ignores national security is ridiculous. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I don't think it's any more of a national security risk than every other piece of tech we use that is also owned by China. Let's take, for example, a game. League of Legends. That's basically a Tencent fucking game. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, Tencent has their hand in so many pies on American business that you use every single day. I don't think TikTok's necessarily worse. But the reason why that's not a problem to the US legal system is because they still get some of that money. They still get to sell your data, whereas they don't get to do that with TikTok. Marvel Rivals, another great example. That's true, Woody. That is true. Thanks, membership stim. Yeah, so Elon also said he was interested in buying it. We can look at that as well. I don't think Kevin O'Leary, I don't think Mr. Wonderful's gonna end up with this. What's Elon offering? I still haven't looked at it yet, FPS. I've only heard bits and pieces. Lots of people completely fine with Facebook selling their data. Again, yeah, it's only a big issue because a US company doesn't get the biggest lion's share of harvesting your data. Doesn't say exactly like what he's valuing the company at, just that he's interested in the potential sale. Thanks for your sub, coolest. Variety debunked Elon buying it. Oh, so he's not actually buying it. Because this article's 40 minutes old. 20 minutes old, actually. When did he say he's not doing it? It must have been within the last 5 seconds. According to Bloomberg, and this one's an hour, so it's a little older. According to Bloomberg, the Chinese government is looking at Elon Musk as a potential buyer for TikTok. So I don't know where you're seeing that it was debunked. I haven't seen that yet. At least not in the newest articles. I don't see anything from Variety. That's all just saying that it's on the table. I did not see that, wowie. Thanks for your sub, Ron. Oh, that'd be huge, Krabby, yeah. It was Variety's latest tweet. Let's see. 12 minutes ago. TikTok calls report that China is exploring sale of app to Elon Musk pure fiction. Yep, so that's even older than, or even newer than the 20-minute-old article we just looked at. It's crazy how quickly this is all evolving. Yep, 12 minutes ago. We can't expect to comment on pure fiction, is what was said from a TikTok rep. Try to predict what Elon would rename TikTok if he bought it. Oh, it's not... I can tell you exactly what he would call it. He would call it either X-Talk or Tix with an X. Something like that. Thanks for membership, Doug and Arturo. Yeah, that's true, Ant. No, he doesn't care about the alphabet. He loves X. He loves X. One of his kids is basically named X. The first website he wanted for PayPal was X. He renamed Twitter, one of the most recognizable brand names on the planet, to X. He is obsessed. He's like that guy from the old Jim Carrey movie who can't stop writing the numbers on the wall, but for him it's just X. Thanks for membership, Jaden. SpaceX, another easy example, yeah. No Grandmaster tonight? No, I'm gonna hop on some games in a bit, but I want to go over this because this is pretty interesting. I thought this was more just blowing smoke like they do every year about TikTok ban, but I don't know. This one seems to have a lot more meat on it. Hey, thanks for all the time to watch and listen. Congrats on the engagement. Or, well, no, congrats on the marriage. That's awesome. Thanks for membership, Javi. Is it bad? I would rather TikTok goes down so people can start doing something better for themselves than watching short videos for hours wasting time. It's super cute that you think that would change anything. People in preparation for a potential ban have already flocked to another TikTok-adjacent platform called Red Note, which is just a Chinese TikTok alternative. Except this time there's no English on it or something. At least not from the screenshots I've seen. It's a drug that's harder than heroin, man. No one's gonna quit watching and doom-scrolling shorts. Not gonna happen. Is that right, Elazar? You get a lot of those? Yeah, it sounds like it'd be awful superior, yeah. He's a tier 1 Jimbo. Well, hopefully it saved them into you. Yeah, YouTube Shorts is like the easiest one for people to jump to. This is the best news YouTube Shorts has seen ever. Why don't they just flock to IG Reels, more practical than learning Mandarin? So I'm not a big Instagram guy. As I understand it, people hate Reels, and I think one thing that's going to make Reels even worse is Meta's insistent on flooding everything with AI. They made that whole push about how they're going to have AI accounts making AI content, and nobody wants to be fucking putting content against endless AI slop. So I don't think people will necessarily go to IG Reels. I feel like it's going to be YouTube Shorts that's going to be the big beneficiary. IG Reels full of porn and gore. That's another big thing, apparently. It's just a fucking wasteland. It's got a really bad rap. I have not read Stone. His membership Nade. Is that right, dude? That's a kind of cool title, though. TikTok important for small businesses? Yeah. I can understand that. There's a lot of people whose livelihood depend on their ability to post short-form content, whether to promote their small business or a product, or even just themselves. I get it. I see why people would make that argument. How can you believe it might not get banned? There was a verbal live stream with the lawyers in Supreme Court. There's a last chance for them. Yeah, but they say that every year. Have we forgotten I'm pretty sure it was 4 years ago. It was like 2 days before the ban, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna reverse this. We changed our mind. So like we've done this before to a certain extent. This one just has a little more elbow grease on it. This is what the headlines say. You're not reading the court documents. Well, if I remember correctly, the one from like 2019 or 2020, whatever it was, it didn't even make it past to the Supreme Court. Their big thing was, well, you either gotta sell it or it's banned, and you have X amount of time to do it. And they passed that X amount of time, and it didn't matter. But I am a little foggy on the details, it's been a while. And then they were really happy with the slam dunk of banning it on military personnel phones. Oh, that's fair, Archives, yeah. That's fair. That's definitely exaggeratory. I agree with that. True, Bailey. I appreciate it. Yeah, the claw machine works. It's just not fully open yet. You can see Nick is still actively testing things. Thanks, Membership Girl and Gato. We'll see. It's looking very possible it does actually get the axe. Hey, happy birthday, Wham. Didn't India ban TikTok? I believe India banned TikTok 2 years ago. Let me see. Oh, wow. No, they actually banned it 4 years ago. Around the same time we were toying around with the idea. TikTok and 58 other Chinese-created apps were banned completely in India. So did something come and take its place, like fucking Hydra? Let me see. I thought it was more recent than that. I fucking hate these websites. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you better get ready, Talon. I mean, it's not happening. So June 2020... it was banned, citing the threat to national security and sovereignty. So something did take its place. TikTok users and content creators needed a place to go. Ban provided a multi-billion-dollar opportunity to snatch up a big market. Within months, Google rolled out YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Both mimic short-form video. And it looks like they went there. Yeah, they just went to the other alternatives. This kind of surprises me. In India, TikTok decided not to go to court, but the US is a bigger revenue market for them. Also, the First Amendment in America is fairly strong, so it's not going to be easy for the US to do this as it was in India. I'm surprised they wouldn't try and fight it in India. That's a huge market. Absolutely massive market. A lot of them went to Chingari too. Never heard of that. Is that a TikTok clone? Of course, quiz. We already looked at that, WTW. Elon Musk is not actually being considered to buy TikTok. That was debunked 20 minutes ago. We just saw that. Here's Prime Samuel. Yeah, I've heard about it, Greg. I just haven't watched that video that goes over all of it yet. Hey, Jim. I hope the GoFundMe's going well. What do you need help with? Thanks for membership, Samboni. Thanks for membership, Lano. I heard about that Omicron. I saw a clip about her. Thanks for membership, Caroline. And the resub, Kev. We'll know if it's banned or not next week. It's the 19th. That's the finale for it. And probably Titus. Thanks, membership, Weapon. No, I'll probably do some Rivals. Either Rivals or PoE 2. I've been grinding a lot of PoE 2. I'm in the end game now. I can check it out, Shifty. You might be right, Howling. We might hear before the 19th. Does that ever happen? Are they ever actually ahead of schedule? Are they ever early? I don't know. What do you think is the solution to the cooked attention spans? I don't know, man. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know how you fix it. I've got no idea. Exit Tier 1 JoJo. I've heard that name before, Josh, but I don't know who that is. And I still haven't watched X-Men 97. Thanks, Membership Kong.